Welcome back, everybody. It has been at least 300 million trillion years. I'm joined by Cody, if you want to say hello.
Hello,
But,
Lighthouse
yeah,
Fright House Part
it's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
2. It could have been longer.
It could have been longer, he says. But, I blame it on Cody. That's the reason that it's taken so long. He's been busy in the, um, cupcake business. He works at a cupcake factory. He's just been really busy there.
Making the best cupcakes ever.
Indeed. But yeah,
Although the true culprit of this is Connor and his computer, which just recently died and destroyed his files.
yeah, it perished. So we originally already did like three of these parts, but I had to replay the entire game and get back up to this point because my computer perished all the files. So here we are again.
Jeez, you could have jumped better than that, you know.
Listen, sometimes this game is a little too difficult for even me, even though it's made for 5-year-olds.
Isn't this game like 20 years old by this point?
I think so. Yeah, I think it came out in 2002. So yeah, just
Do you remember when this was considered like pretty good graphics?
yeah. I remember. I think it was Christmas of like 2006. I got 007 from Russia with Love for the PlayStation 2. I was like, oh, these graphics are so tubular.
Oh, is that the third person one?
Yeah, from Russia with Love
I
and
had that
Everything
too.
or Nothing were phenomenal.
I played a lot of local multiplayer with that.
They were amazing games. Hopefully, one of those two gets a remake one of these days.
It's a warp day.
Maybe.
But in case people didn't know, a fan is currently attempting to remake this game, and Cody has some differing opinions on it.
The frame rate hurts my eyes.
I'm sure it'll be fixed, but
Like
go ahead.
I'm sure the frames on this game, this older game, are not that great either, but this feels more smooth compared to what I saw. It felt more like it wasn't consistent.
It's a work in progress. I'll just say that much. He's got to work on it. It's like our Animal
Well,
Crossing videos. They didn't start out perfect.
this could be better.
Listen. Anyways, um, I feel like you're neglecting this game, Cody.
I'm not neglecting it. I think it's a fine Scooby Doo game.
Perhaps
It
someday.
just it just the other one is very superior.
Unmasked.
Yeah, man, you get to transform Scooby into other uh costumes.
But this one's based off the original series. How can you get much better than that?
I wasn't a big fan of the Scooby Doo series though.
You're probably a Clifford fan.
Yeah, you're not that far off from the truth. That was very big in Canada.
Big both ways. It's a big old dog.
Well, yeah, that's a big red dog.
Canada's the red flag state, county, country. Words are hard.
Bruh.
But let's get back to the game. I feel we've rambled on long enough, or not long enough, as you might say. Um, so
A lot
apparently,
of backtracking in this area.
yeah. So I don't understand what this whole little cavern area is for. Like, why
Yeah.
it's underneath the lighthouse. Don't judge my mistakes, Cody. Don't judge them.
Oh, aren't you like a Scooby Doo expert?
I only claim to be. It's not actually truthful. It's it. Just don't worry about it.
Is that a boss or just an enemy?
Just an enemy. It's the ghost of Captain Moody. He's just chilling along with this sea creature thing. Beware, he says. Dude, I can do an amazing ghost voice. Beware.
Beware.
Cody said as he haunted someone.
Ruby snacks.
I would never haunt someone unless they asked me to haunt them.
Indeed, like little Timmy who killed you in Call of Duty.
Yeah. I don't think they asked me to haunt them in Call of Duty. I just do.
You come back from the dead as a wraith.
The best type of ghost.
So, are you seeing these skeletons on the walls?
Rummy.
Yep.
What do you think this was for? Torture chamber?
Yeah. No, it was a holding chamber.
A holding chamber, and they just forgot about them?
It's all the old lawyers, man.
The old lawyers. Ah, yes.
Whenever they came to serve the owner of this place, they got trapped.
Ah, yes, the professor and his weird inventions. He killed them all. What was it he said? We gotta remember it way far back. What was it? He's hiding from the IRS or the tax collectors? That's why all these traps are set up?
Yeah, and the law, because all of his inventions are technically already someone else's.
Right. But Scooby's the only one who's able to make it past because he's a dog. So here is a little prison area in which we are about to find another member of the gang. Well, that's not a member of the gang, but a member of the gang is down here, who we've seen quite frequently.
Is Shaggy again?
Yes.
He tends to be everywhere.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's a, what is it? He only uses like 5% of his power or something.
Well, in here, he's only using like 0.5% of his power.
That's true. He chose to be locked up.
Yeah, he's letting Scooby do all the work.
Indeed. That's why Scooby has to carry him around here. Getting the snacks. And the key. So, how do you think the professor makes everything float midair?
Magic.
Magic? I think he attaches little jets to everything, or little rockets. And that's how he does it.
I mean, if you want to be more realistic, maybe drones.
Drones? Okay. Or he uses, like, if you want to do Scooby-Doo logic, maybe he uses, like, a can of the spray cheese. You spray out of the can. That's what propels it up.
Rummy. Right?
Wouldn't it just run out eventually, or someone would eat it at that point?
Listen, we don't talk about those facts.
I think that's cartoon logic, not Scooby-Doo logic there.
Well, look at this logic. The professor invented the plunger.
Yeah, before we had to use our hands.
Yeah.
Or the poop spoon. Did you ever hear about that? The poop
No.
spoon.
Look, Timmy, the toilet's plugged. Bring your hand out.
Well, the poop spoon is you basically break it up with a spoon to help it go down.
Ew. That's gross.
Yeah. It is.
Listen, Timmy, if your hand doesn't work, you're using the spoon.
Rummy.
That would be so gross.
The gross part is some people actually do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I mean, ew.
It's a warp.
Like, who does this, Cody? What part of the world are they from?
I don't know. People who take massive logs, man, who drop them. Who drop massive logs.
I'm a 700-pound guy. My toilet doesn't fit me, so I gotta use the laundry machine.
Right?
Damn.
If for some reason, it doesn't always go
I'm
well.
pretty sure that would actually clean it up pretty nicely. A laundry machine. It's basically a giant bidet.
Yes, my crap is cleaned.
It
Very.
smells like laundry too.
Yes. Anyhow, the reason I backtrack up to that little cliff is because I got some Scooby snacks there and I didn't record it. It's all Cody's fault. He made me do it.
No. I'm not a completionist. I go for the gear, the cool stuff.
So you'd go for all the professor's inventions and be like, I don't need all these Scooby snacks. Who cares about currency?
Yeah.
And as soon as there's a snack gate, you just be like, I'm just gonna bypass it.
Well, yeah, you could. Do you see the gap behind those things? You could just literally slide past it.
Well, listen, Scooby doesn't know that.
Bro, you got stuck underneath there.
Don't worry about it. That was intentional. Purely. 100%.
Was it intentional? Is that an exploit? Or did you actually get stuck there?
I got stuck there. I did. Listen, it's difficult to be as cool as me. It's a gift. Like, have you ever seen someone play this game so well? Because I haven't.
This is like the first time I'm seeing someone play this.
Right, so it should be the only one. You'd be like, wow, Connor, you're the best player ever at this.
So far, it's not giving you any good points.
Wow. Do you not see
It's
my...
a it's a platformer, and most people are okay at those.
Wow, you're saying I'm just okay. Here I am, like, literally bouncing on cavemen's heads, collecting all these snacks, like 360 no-scoping them, and you're just like,
Listen,
it's okay.
Not everyone has played Mario like you haven't.
Mario's not a good game.
Or Crash.
Listen, those are not good games. Spyro's a gooder.
Crab!
What the hell is wrong with you? Mario and Crash are great platformers.
Spyro's better than Crash.
Spyro is cool too.
Spyro's better than Crash.
Nah, that's cap.
Scooby-Doo's better than all of them, let's be real.
Nah, that's cap. Mario's the top.
Does Mario have a random professor that just copies everyone's inventions? I didn't think so.
Yeah, his name's Egad.
Yeah, who do you think they got the idea from? Professor Alexander Graham.
Pretty sure Egad existed like a year before whoever this guy was.
No, this guy came first, trust me. I'm a source.
When did Luigi's Mansion come out again?
2016.
Are you talking about the 3DS remake?
No, that was 2023. Wake up, it's 2023! You know, I wonder if this is like a state park or something. Because there's all these lights on the walls and someone put all these platforms here. Perhaps it's a closed state park for some reason. That has killer crabs,
Maybe.
cavemen, sea divers, and bottomless pits. But I must say it does need some very good repairs.
I guess the one gripe I have with this, well, I probably had more in the past, but I don't like how inconsistent the enemy types are.
What do you mean?
Like, you'd have one area and just have like a random caveman, a ghost, and then some kind of fish monster thing, all at the same time, instead of like just having the fish guy and the diver in one area.
Listen, this game wasn't the greatest in certain aspects, but it tried. It tried, Cody. It tried.
It tried.
The boss fights kind of matched the areas, I guess. I mean, the Black Knight, that took place outside and on a spooky mansion rooftop. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And the second boss, who we'll see next part, that's in a cemetery. So you can perhaps guess what it would be.
Zombie? Ghost?
Yeah, it's a ghost. One from this series, though, not just any ghost.
It's just a ghost with like a blanket.
Right?
Well, isn't that what the normal white ghost is? It's just a floating sheet.
Yeah. It's such a basic ghost.
But it works. I mean, this caught everyone's attention.
Well,
back in the
everyone
day.
knows what you're talking about when you do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably one of the very first ways to depict a ghost.
Well, first ways in the cartoonish sense.
Indeed.
Right?
I think ghosts were primarily pictured as sheets back in the day.
No, that can't be true.
I mean, in the television era.
Whoa. Right?
I mean, before then, I don't know what kind of creepy crap people were dealing
What
with.
was that? Whoa. Right?
Literally googling this.
You should figure out why they're depicted as sheets. Is that how someone first saw one or something? Cody's doing some research for us while I cross this gap of death.
Right? Right?
Oh, okay.
What's the news, Cody?
I guess it has to do with the fact that in the past,
What was that?
the perished were depicted as being decrepit, but in their death sheets or death shrouds.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess that just carried over throughout the ages until it just became just a sheet.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Perhaps you can tell that when...
Well, more people wore robes or shrouds back in the day, you know?
It's all
and that's just how they were depicted upon death?
Yeah. Well, you'd usually wrap back then a dead guy in a sheet or something when you bury them, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think they had proper coffins until way later.
Right. That's interesting, though. Not as interesting as Scooby not being able to swim in this area for some reason.
Right?
It's weird. He's a big dog. He should know how to doggy paddle.
Maybe the professor poisoned this water as part of his IRS evasion techniques. It's
Maybe.
it's perhaps full of spikes and bath salts and whatever is not good for water. Fish.
No piranhas.
Yes. And he locked this gate for us. Or perhaps you did it. Who knows? You might be helping the professor.
I would never.
I don't know. You seem pretty on his side about the IRS stuff.
No.
What are you hiding, Cody?
Everything and nothing.
I'm predicting that you're actually the second boss battle in this game, and you're hiding it.
You wish.
Perhaps a chance to destroy Cody
Right?
and perish and drown. Some of these horrendous camera areas are horrendous because it is a. I don't know if that's called a fixed cam. Is that a fixed camera?
Yeah, it's a fixed camera angle.
Yeah, I would prefer if you were able to manually turn it, because then you could see better.
Or modern platformers.
Yeah. Some of the areas it works, but not this one.
I think fixed camera angles work best when it's just side-scrolling platformers.
Yeah. Would games...
Doesn't work so well with 3D.
So, games like the Oracle Zelda games, those are fixed cameras? What are those considered?
I think those are top-down.
Top-down? Okay.
I mean, I guess it could be a fixed camera, but it's you're looking from an overview, right? You're viewing everything from above.
Yeah. I don't know. Why do you think the water, or whatever, the flooring in here has random white spots that are moving?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. I was Is it supposed to be like ice, or is it like lights from above?
Maybe ice, because Scooby's slipping, so... And this is a cave, so it makes sense. It's probably ice.
It's a cave. There's always ice in a cave.
Listen. There's a whole bunch of water.
You haven't been to many caves, have you?
Listen, this is a cave. There's no sunlight down here, and it's probably at a point where it's not close enough to the center of the earth to be super warm.
Well, most caves just have moist. Most caves have like moist areas. The only frozen caves you're gonna find are like further north.
Well, maybe this is north. We don't know where the professor's mansion is.
Well, you know it's a warm area. Otherwise, everything else would be frozen.
Listen, this professor doesn't care about physics. We've seen that multiple times. So for all we know, he could have invented some sort of ice machine that makes the floor all slippery.
True. This guy likes to pull out pocket dimensions.
Yes, and perhaps kill IRS members.
Ruby snacks.
Do you think he killed the rest of the gang?
Didn't they just disappear, leave?
Well, Shaggy fell down that hole, and then we saw him again at the docks, and then we saw him again in the mansion, and then we randomly saw him in a prison cell, and he's only using 0.5% of his power, you said.
Yep.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's
How'd you know how to do that? What? I didn't even know you can hit those.
It's the one area in the game that you can't hit them. And the reason that I need to do this is because I'm just that smart. I was like, these look breakable, so I'm gonna break all of them.
Probably saw it in a video.
Perhaps, but you know the real reason they're breakable is because the professor was intending Scooby to try to jump under them, and then he was going to cause them to collapse on top of him. Or the IRS. Indeed. But unfortunately for him, I'm not the IRS. Scooby-Doo. You can't kill Scooby-Doo because he's a cartoon character. They never die.
They have their own cartoon physics.
Indeed. Perhaps that's another power-up up there. And the world's biggest cave. Do you think a cave like this room exists somewhere?
Probably. There's a lot of massive caves.
That'd be really cool to see.
You live in the States. You probably have. You could just Google like nearest caves near you.
Listen, I don't know if there's that many caves in Wisconsin.
What are you talking about? There's like a lot of famous caves that even I know about.
It's because you study caveology.
Well, no, because I like studying glow-in-the-dark little slugs.
Or you like studying Wisconsin.
Kind of mid tier.
But for some
Now we
reason,
choose Maine over Wisconsin.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that out of respect.
Mainly because of the seafood.
Ooh, we have cheese.
we have cheese.
We got cheese. That's all that matters.
Everyone has cheese.
We have the best cheese. Who are you kidding yourself?
I'm not gonna trust your judgment when you prefer Americanized syrup.
Anyways, back to the game. The professor randomly has floating boats in here. Perhaps his means to survive without. I don't even know what he was going for in this room. Perhaps he was like, this.
Well, it's like a massive bath. He likes to take a bath in here.
But what's up with all the boats?
You know, you like to play with toys when you're in the bath, you know?
That's true.
Haven't you ever had a rubber ducky in them?
But these are a little big.
Who knows? Maybe the professor likes to make himself big.
The professor likes useless inventions. Like, all this upgrade does, it just makes enemies dizzy once you jump around them.
Okay.
That's all it does.
Oh no, he's moving too fast. I might get dizzy.
Yeah. But anyhow, that is right around where this video ends, Cody. Do you have any final statements?
No.
Okay. And with that, perhaps we'll see you guys next time.